We're just getting into the swing of things this winter sports season, but the Cardinals have been at it for a while. We're here to help you catch up. The Cardinal Report starts right now. Welcome to the first 2011 episode of the Cardinal Report. I'm Alex Simmons. This week we welcome the North Central women's basketball team to the show. I'm joined by Cardinal head coach Michelle Roof. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Alex. I appreciate it.
And Coach, you were hired in June of 2010. What's the first 6.5 months on the job been like?
It really has been great. It's been a nice transition. I've got a great group of hardworking women that bring it and bring competitiveness and intensity every day. So it's been very refreshing, and I've enjoyed it so far.
And you come into a program, I guess, some of us that aren't enlightened to it, what's that process like of coming into a program and trying to, put your stamp on it, but still try to keep some of the traditions that are in place as you come in as a new coach? What's that like?
Well, the players do have some traditions that they've kept up with, and we really don't want to mess with that. They do a good job of pumping each other up and doing some things before the game. But really what we did was come in and take a look at the personnel that we have and, decide what type of a system will work best for us now, and look ahead to the future and decide what kind of players we want to recruit based on, the conference and the teams that we play and what type of style we want to implement moving forward.
And I imagine before you guys get going, kind of in the preseason, is it one of those things where there's a lot of logistical things you got to take care of coming in as a new coach?
A little bit, but not really. I mean, KP, one of my assistants, had been with me for 5 years at Aurora, and Coach Palmer and Coach Boyles had already been there, so they had a lot of information and insight for us. And we've been running a lot of, similar styles and similar transition stuff for years, so it was just a matter of teaching a new group, a new set of tricks. For sure.
Well, the team had a gauntlet of sorts to start out CCIW play, but finally broke through in exciting fashion earlier this week. Let's go to the highlight. The Cardinals are pumped up for this one, looking to notch a CCIW victory. Straight to the second half we go. Viking Roxy Jones muscles her way to a deuce, 2 of her game-high 27 points. But the red and white would fight back. Jenny Swanson knocks down a 3 to cut the Viking lead to 2 points. After a North Park bucket, Sophie Newsom keeps it at 2 with the drive and the layup. She finished with 13 points. Same score, and the Cardinals are trying to tie it. Christine Carl misses the corner jumper, but that's all right. Jackie Arico grabs the board. She's going to the line with 7 seconds left and a chance to tie. Ice water courses through the senior's veins as she knocks down both shots from the charity stripe. We're going to overtime. Swanson continues her hot shooting in the extra period to knock down the 3 to tie it at 69. After a Viking free throw, Jasmine Tracy takes it to the rack for the bucket and the foul. Cards up 1. After 2 Swanson free throws, Viking coach Amanda Reese has to draw something up, and it works perfectly. Dana Christensen ties it at 73 with just 7 seconds left. Now it's Roof's move in the coaching chess match, and her play delivers. Jasmine Tracy takes the handoff, knifing through the lane. She finds Swanson, and Swanson finds the bottom of the net. 73-71 North Central. Last chance for the Vikings now. Sarah Peterson takes the inbounds at 3/4 court. Her heave is no good at the buzzer, and the Cardinals head back to Naperville with a victory. Coach, a hard-fought 2-point overtime win on the road against North Park. What's it like to be in a game like that? It was so back and forth. It was so fun to watch.
I think I'd rather be out on the basketball court. I think it's harder, to be on the bench and sit through it and coach through it and watch it. But it was exciting. I mean, there were a lot of lead changes that went back and forth, and we had some players step up, hit some big shots, and get some good defensive stops. They played smart in the end, and ultimately it was just exciting, a good confidence booster for us.
And being at the game, I was behind the bleachers, kind of behind your bench. The overriding feeling behind the bench was there was really a calm on your guys' side of the court. It seemed like the veterans were really coming together, taking charge. I bet that's got to feel real good as a coach.
It does. Chrissy and Jackie do a nice job from a leadership standpoint, and we've got some transfers that have come in and done a good job. I didn't feel so calm on the bench last night, so I'm glad that you got that feeling. But the players, they've been there before, and we talk a lot. They've been playing basketball for 15 years, and they know how to do it and get it done. So they kept their composure, and they made good decisions out there.
And the overriding feeling, I mean, just the fact that, yeah, it was an overtime thriller. You guys get over the hump in the conference. I mean, but you just, once you maybe take a step back, you just realize how much fun that is, and maybe these type of games are the reason you guys get involved, right?
Yeah, definitely. And that's actually something we said when we tied the game and took it to overtime. This is what we play for. That's what we talked about, and everybody was all smiles on the bench ahead of time. So, yeah, it was good, and that was an overwhelming feeling. And, this team, they've worked hard every game. We've fell short against Wesley and against Wheaton, but I thought we played, played hard. We had, a little bit of a lull in the second half, but otherwise they play hard, they get after it, and that's, that's fun to coach, and it's fun for them to get out there and play too.
Definitely. And how much can you guys as a coaching staff kind of build on a victory like this, maybe get some momentum here going down the schedule?
I think it's huge. I mean, I think the biggest thing with this team this year is confidence and understanding that when we have a close game, 10 minutes into the second half, that we can finish, that we can pull it out. So I really think they'll build on that. Every win we can get, I think, is gonna give them a little bit more confidence.
And I imagine, a game like this, you guys force 22 turnovers, score 18 points off of those, really attack the basket and get some points in the paint. Is that kind of the blueprint for success for this team?
It is. We, we want to get up and down. North Park doesn't play a ton of players. I thought we were a little bit deeper last night, so we really wanted to wear them down and keep the tempo up all game long. We pressed a little bit in the first. Well, actually, we waited till the second half to put on that press, and we put it on and off at a couple of different times just to, again, try to speed up tempo, wear them down a little bit, and it was effective last night.
And tempo is something I know when we talked at one of your guys' scrimmage preseason, it was like, it's going to be a little while, but once we can get out there and really get some teams on the run, that's when we're going to be successful, right? Yeah,
we just want to put pressure on teams. I think we've got pretty good athleticism and quickness, and we just want to pressure teams to have to make plays. And, yeah, we're going to keep going with it.
For sure. Well, the win over North Park was the Cardinals' first in the CCIW this season. And after the game, players expressed the fact that it's just the first of many more to come. That's the subject of this week's What's the Word?
We definitely needed a win today, our first win of conference, so hopefully the momentum will take us. And, I mean, it was definitely an exciting game. We definitely needed this momentum in this game to take us. We have a lot of tough games coming up, and this was just our first step to success and keep on winning.
It's very exciting to be in a game like that, and even more exciting to win the game because we've been struggling lately, like getting a win and like finishing games, but it was good to finish the game in overtime. In past games and those when we're down like that, we usually start to give up, but then that time we picked it up and we got back and we got our lead back, and that's how we got back in the game.
North Park is a very good team. They've definitely stepped up this year, so it was a good match for us, and we both played hard. We knew that they were going to try to get into the post, number 40, so we obviously had to adjust off of that. So helping down on the post players and pressuring them on defense, hopefully, the pressure kind of, didn't settle in too good with them, so we were hoping it would make them nervous and fall back.
They was cheating off the passes, so with us penetrating, it gave us an open player and it gave us an open shot for the win. We planned for it at the end, but it was something we seen that was working earlier in the game, so we continued at the end to get it going and to keep dishing and getting our shots going. Got to take this energy and take it into the next game, the next practice, and just keep working on it and getting better for the next game and win, keeping our winning streak up.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier, but, with the system where you want to get out and run, get out in transition, get some of those points off of turnovers, it seems like with this team and the personnel you have a lot of guards. This is the roster that after a couple of years you can really move forward, and that's a system that can be successful with these players.
Yeah, definitely. They're doing a good job picking it up. I think we could still do a little bit better. A lot of times we do somewhat revert to old habits a little bit, but we need to get better scoring against numbers in transition. But that's part of the recruiting process too, and we're building these current players that we have, and we're recruiting players that will come in and fit that system well.
Definitely. And how nice has it been to have a couple of seniors like Jackie and Christine to kind of ease the transition for you coming into this program?
Oh, it's been great from day one. from when the kids got on school. They've got everybody together, had everybody working hard, and the team looks up to them, and they do a good job of pushing the tempo, bringing their intensity, their competitiveness to practice every day, and that really reflects down on the rest of the team.
And what do you guys need to do down the road to kind of take those two out on a high note and really build something for the future?
Well, I think it starts with sticking to our game plan. We picked up the defensive intensity last night, and that's something that we have to do. We have to play good, strong defense and get after it every night. Offensively, we just keep talking about letting the offense come to them, feeling comfortable. Any decision they make out there is a good decision, and I think they're understanding that they have my support in the decisions that they make, and we just keep telling them, get out there and play ball and enjoy the next. I think we have 12 games left. Enjoy the next 12 games, and the rest will take care of itself.
And obviously, a big part of our focus was that game last night. I mean, so exciting. What's it like as a coach, I guess? What's your kind of mindset when you draw up the play on the grease board, you break the huddle, and kind of from that point, it's almost out of your control? Is that why you say, that you'd almost rather be out on the floor? What's the mindset of a coach in that situation?
Well, we can't control everything. We try to control as much as possible in those situations. And North Park did a good job of actually taking away our initial last-second look that we wanted. They took it away, but our freshman Jasmine Tracy made a great read on the play, attacked the basket. She was aggressive and, got the pass to Swanee. So we can't control everything. We just try to talk about as much as possible, and ultimately it comes down to them just getting out there, playing the game, and making it happen, and they did.
Well, it was definitely a fun one.
It was.
Stay with us. We'll be joined by two Cardinal on-court leaders just after this short break.